everybody, and welcome into Riverbank Stadium for CTN Sports Game of the Week. You can see our records going at this. This is actually the second meeting in 3 days between these two teams, Kevin. I'm Nick Wisniewski, along with, as you just heard, Kevin the Mayor Bryant, looking down on Riverbank Stadium for some girls field hockey. Kevin, what are we in for here tonight?
You know, just like you said, Nick, it was Huron going across town and winning against the Eagles over at the Eagles Nest. Hey, maybe these Riverettes wants to double up. Their record on the season is, trying to even it up. And it would be great if they could do that against Skyline again. Coach Fulkerson, talking about her Eagles, though, are saying that they're looking to get off the schneid and come back and even things up against the Riverettes.
Well, the one thing that we've seen from the Eagles, because we caught one of their games, you can go onto YouTube, check it out, obviously, is their goaltender, Karma Bailey. She's was just incredible. An aggressive, incredible, nonplussed young lady, just the model of what you want in that net. Aggressive, fearless, and just play after play, make plays.
And using her feet, her eyes, I mean, she definitely is able to follow anything whenever that ball is coming in. I mean, it's amazing how she can catch that ball and take it off of her. I know she has a lot of gear on, but she is fearless when that ball's coming towards her.
Yeah, right you are, especially what you said about it, going out and just kicking it, using any part of her body. It's just a lot of fun and just a lot of respect a player like that, and her teammates, will respect a player like that and get in line and follow a leader like Karma Bailey.
Oh, it actually triggers their offense, too. Once you see her out there just going all out and stopping a shot, and then the transition offense for the Riverettes, once they're able to possess the ball, and they're here in their home white, so you can see now Skyline, they're playing in midfield. They're really just feeling each other out because they just played each other a couple days ago.
Huron with the possible momentum once again coming in off of that victory the other day. You mentioned the Eagles having a tough time getting going on offense, but that doesn't appear to be a problem right here. Maybe they're moving the ball across. They've got decent numbers. Try to give a little give and go to the top side of your screen there. Eagles obviously in those dark blues, your Riverettes in white and with the green numbers.
You know, that freshman, Nima Pala, number 9. You said her name a lot the last time we did that game. You can see her edging down inside the hole, right inside the scoring. If they can find her, she was just, unleashing all kinds of shots the last time we saw her.
Eagles not scared to play one back.
And number 1, Sarah Yakubova.
And early on, the Eagles with a little bit of pressure. I like the forecheck coming out as well. You can see some pressure on that play right there.
And you can definitely see the way the Huron defense is just sagging in front of their keeper, Bailey. Of their keeper is Lainey Hester. And Lainey Hester is the captain, one of the 3 captains on the team, number 72 in the cage.
Always a good sign when your keeper is a captain.
Sure
right? Especially somebody, we've got a couple of seniors in the cage tonight, but when you can count on this person to lead the team and count on them to be able to start the plays and talk to your defense, that's exactly what you need.
Little high stick there, that'll be a transition. Wow, that was a whack.
Yeah, big shot going up, top of your screen, and that's going to just sail out of bounds. Be interested to see where the officials spot this one and where the Eagles will get their free shot from.
That was Sophie Lee, one of the defenders, and boy, did she clear the ball. She cleared it outside of the stadium.
Massive clear. And it looks like Kate Howard sending that one up. One of the things that we saw from that last time with the Eagles, we saw not a lot of precision passing. We saw a lot of big whacks and follow after it. So I'd be really anxious to see if the Eagles have tapered that back a little bit and worked more on their short passes and reception of those passes to see if they can get moving and get their offense going that way.
Well, one thing the Eagles have to be happy about, they're not playing against the defending state champs.
Yeah, that's always nice, right? That's always nice when you don't have that in front of you. And clearly it's tough to work on things when you are playing the defending state champs, or you're going up against players that are just so good and are constantly getting these statewide awards. Yeah, when you're playing competition that's a little closer to what you're doing, you can work on things a little bit more feasibly. Big thwack up there, goes out of bounds, and that'll be River Rats shot, free shot here. Once again, 4 quarters for field hockey here in the high school ranks. Number 12 there for the Rats, working her magic. That's Julia Mae Jones.
12 of the 19 players on the roster for Skyline are underclassmen, so their better days are ahead of them. And that's kind of what happened from last year. They really flipped their roster.
Yeah, that's such a just a feeling for the coaches, right? You're used to these players that have come up through the program, that know what you're expecting, that know your expectations, know the ins and outs of how you do your drills, run your practices, run your games, and then all of a sudden there's youngins, right? The hope is that they've been on the squad and been around the program, that they can just kind of pick it up and run with it. But there's always going to be growing pains when you got young players.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Fulkerson's going through this year, is some of those growing pains. But a lot of those players are getting a lot of PT. And so that's why I'm saying the better days may be ahead of the Eagles, or right now.
And here's a breakaway opportunity here for the Eagles. They've got 3-on-2. River Rats bringing a few back. Slick move right there by Emerson. Emerson out to the right side off the cage, but the ball will be forward, and this is going to be a chance for an actual set play for the Eagles.
Number 9, Molly
Yeah,
Shadway.
and Emerson LaPa was, that's her coming in, and like I was just mentioning, you could see her stick work going in, just trying to get it on the right side of that cross where she can unleash a shot.
Bit of scrum in the middle once again, the leap it there. Yeah, we've seen a lot of her. That is one of the forwards whose name we've called quite a bit. She's nice stick handling, always in the mix, it seems like.
Both of these teams seem, just taking a look at them, size-wise, when we saw Pioneer was such a big team. They had some large young ladies out there, bigger, more physical and athletic. These teams look a little bit more matched up, Nick.
Right, you are. Nice assessment of both where both of these squads are at. Solid stick handling there. Shaw coming up the left side, loses it to another midi. That's going to be Caitlin Carey bringing it up now. Carey, nice job finding Gabby Rocha into the middle. So
a little bit better spreading of players that we didn't notice. Were you about to say
that's
that?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the
easier passing that way too.
Right, exactly right. At least so far in the midfield for Skyline FC, we've noticed a lot of that just a few minutes in. So that's a nice start, and that's where you get your offense going, obviously. Let's play there by Emily Hu.
Looked like Kate Hutziger was down there too, one of the captains, number 5. She's the one that just tossed the ball back. Kind of keep an eye on her. I believe she scored one of those goals over the weekend.
Amelia Southam, number 4 for the Rats. You saw her working it down. There's that big shot. Nice job just staying in front of that one. Number 2, I believe, once again, is that Clara Freeth. Freeth, another captain for these River Rats. Freeth just fearlessly getting in front of that ball, keeping it in the offensive zone.
Is that Hannes coming up the field? She looks like a freshman. Oh, she's a sophomore, number 22.
Close.
I mean,
Close.
just size-wise,
Spin and a ball sent down into the corner. Nice job tracking that one down was Tyne Hannes. Like you said, sophomore Hannes. Right out front, stolen right through the middle, though, and the River Rats might be able to move this one up unencumbered, but a little bit of a hip check there. Caitlin Carey getting physical in order to keep the offense on this side of the field.
That's a lot of contact. I wonder if the contact, we're going to take a look at that when we get a quick second, but, well, look at the shot. Oh, crossbar.
right in front of the net. That one scooted right by Hester.
Now, so here's the contact coming up. That's clean because it's from the side, and it was
In for the
upstairs
Rats,
and
number
not
20,
down low.
Bissell,
Yeah,
Bonds
Caitlin
are on
Carey,
Mayaka.
she just stood her ground, leaned in a little bit.
And then Lainey Hester in the net. When we get a chance to take a look at this shot, I mean, it just comes really quick at her. But check out the way that she just eyeballs it. Oh, actually, she got a foot on it.
She got a foot on it. She saw it. She might have not have seen it the whole way through there, but maybe last second or just could judge it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at that again. Here, one, it hit the crossbar off of her foot,
Well,
and then it looked like there was almost an opportunity for a rebound there.
And Sophie Lee was back there protecting. She might have gotten either a foot or a stick on it
And
as
for the
well.
Rats, number 6, Emily Hu.
And this is good for the Eagles. I mean, they're really putting the pressure on the Riverettes here early in this match.
Yeah, I've got to say, this is probably the most offense we've seen from the Eagles between the last game we saw against Pioneer and right here. They've been really aggressive, like what you're seeing so far.
And you love to see the improvement too. From it was at least 2 weeks ago that we saw them against Pioneer.
Gabby Arocha once again gets it through the midfield, sends it up to number 4, Maeve Kilbride.
Oh, oh.
Called her name. Here's something popping right up front. Move to the left, but we had a whistle out front. Either those Riverette defenders knew it was coming, put their hands up, and that was that.
Yeah, you had 2 people in the scoring area there at the same time, and it looked like that was a foul right in the goal's cage here. You can see one of the Eagles here right on the top side, and yeah, it's that circle, the circle right in front of the cage. You can see the Eagle player had her foot inside there, and that caused the penalty.
Right you are. Unbeknownst to anybody watching this on YouTube or on their phones, Kev was just drawing a little circle around the circle,
Huron,
like
25,
playing with the telestrator
My
that sadly
telestrator's
isn't
out.
there. But
Come on.
I mean, for my benefit, though, it's great because I knew exactly what you were talking about.
And it's difficult for us announcers up here because there's probably, I want to say, 3, maybe 4 different, 5 different colors of lines.
Oh,
out on the
just
field.
so many different lines, and you get them on the
circle.
wrong angle. Exactly right. Yeah, and it's especially once the sun starts to set a little bit more,
Yippee.
it's a little tougher to tell. Yeah, you've always got to be dialed in to the multiple lines on the field. Right on, right you are. Another whistle. This one will be advantage Eagles.
Yeah, Rats are just making too many mistakes once they get the ball right inside that 30-yard line. That's when the Eagles' defense sags in, and it makes those passes very difficult.
A little bit of a flip forward, and that one's going to be moved forward again. I really am impressed with what these midfielders for the Eagles are doing right now.
They're doing a great job of keeping that ball moving. And so it's difficult because the Huron defense is hard to set because they're always in constant motion. Oh, what a move.
Fancy stick work there by Arocha. Shot right off of Hester. Hester, nice job getting in front of that one. Played it off her left shin pad.
Left and right. I mean, she's going back and forth with her feet there. And great job of just using your padding. And it's there for a reason, right?
Lainey Hester.
Well, and that's what you want from your goaltender, right? It's proper positioning.
Yeah, and she didn't use any extra effort. She just put herself in the right position and you see her reposition after that first shot, too. That was good.
Yeah, great footwork there after that initial kick to be back and be in position and play that one properly off the left. Right you are. And we only have 59 seconds to go here in this first quarter. This one has went by really quickly, nearly nonstop action, and a couple of big opportunities for the Eagles have made this first quarter fly by. And here's a chance right out in front. And of course, Karma Bailey just boots that one out before it sails wide to her left.
Sotham was out near the midfield marker when she hit this pass, and boy did she put it on the mark all the way down, and Just a great job of Bailey coming out. And we saw that time and time again against Pioneer where she cuts angles off very well.
Yeah, Johnny on the spot to just step up and get that rebound and launch one back towards Bailey. But this Eagle offense, quick in transition, almost came up and pulled off another opportunity for themselves in these waning seconds of this first quarter. Only 2 seconds to go now. And there's the buzzer. That will do it for first quarter action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week. Stick around. I promise there will be goals on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Skyline 0, Huron 0.
Depot Park is Ann Arbor's smallest park property. It is a small parcel of land on the corner of Main Street and Depot Street and was acquired by the city in 1967 as a right-of-way deed. The park welcomes people who enter Ann Arbor from the Main Street exit off M14 and is adopted by the Bank of Ann Arbor. It contains a flower bed and small shrubs and trees. Depot Park is only accessible by walking on the sidewalks that pass the park on the southeast corner of the Main Street and Depot Street intersection. There is street parking on nearby Summit Street, 4th Avenue, and on Depot Street, and there are bike lanes on Depot Street. The park is a short walk from Wheeler Park and North Main Park. It is also close to a pedestrian tunnel pathway off Depot Street that connects north to Vandermeer Park and Argo Park on the Border to Border Trail. For more information about Depot Park or other city parks, visit a2gov.org/parks.
I'm Dana Denha, host of Ann Arbor's news magazine, FYI. Watch new episodes weekly where I explore the ways that make Ann Arbor the destination to live, work, and play.
And welcome back, everybody, as you look down on Riverbank Stadium. Glorious, glorious fall evening
Second
here
day
in
of
Michigan.
fall.
Yeah, it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
you think
maybe
that rain cooled it down a little bit.
We need more of the rain because the rain will give us some of those beautiful colors that we love to see of the foliage.
No colors down on the artificial turf, though. As you see, nothing so far. Eagles Huron, SEC red matchup.
That was like a pitcher's duel that first quarter. I mean, both goalies had some good saves, and both teams, had possession of the ball, but it just looked like defense.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice assessment, a nice summary of that first quarter. Although here we go with the Eagles. Nice job though that the defense for both of these teams really has stepped up where needed. That's Kim now near side. And the Eagles have made a few of these runs. Be interested to see if they can continue to keep taking advantage of this. That's Maeve Kilbride there.
She might have hurt herself.
She definitely knocked some knees, hit the turf and went down, but back up like nothing ever happened. Kilbride just toughs that one out.
Man, and like you said, Nick, she was just on a breakaway.
And speaking of breakaway, big save right there. Karma Bailey saves her team 1, a 2 on nobody, basically. Huge save for the Eagles.
And this is what Huron we're hearing a lot out of is their transition. And, that's exactly what we saw because seconds before that, the Eagles were just, on a breakaway of their own.
And they're pushing it back up the field right now again. Back and forth action here, Riverbank Stadium. That one gets slapped into the corner. Nothing any of those Eagles can do about it.
And check out this save. Coming out Bailey. She does another job, but then that shot was just so powerful it almost tricked her up because it looked like she thought it was going to her left side and the right leg was in the right place, but she found herself on her backside.
Yeah, I think that you might have come to the mindset of Bailey on that one. I think you're right about that. Free shot here for the Eagles, number 6. That's going to be Caitlin Carey. We've called her name a few times tonight. Plays back to the defenders, and those River Rats aggressively going after those midfielders. Eagles quick start. Arocha now. We've seen her as a really quality stick handler.
Yeah, and it's just like with that play right there, Nick, is the passes when both teams are right in that scoring mindset, that pass gets away. That setup pass.
Sophie Lee getting ready to get this one started.
You would think this would be the perfect weather for these young girls out here playing. I mean, nice little cool breeze, overcast, so you don't have too much sun in your eyes.
Yeah, not ice cold yet. That fall weather hasn't completely come in, but also not so hot that you're going to be dealing with any sort of cramping or dehydration issues.
Exactly.
I gotta say, there's still a good amount of humidity in the air. I don't know if that's going to play against the ball or the way it moves in any particular way, but humidity is a bit of a thing right now. Nice move cutting from the outside in. Another low kick save by Karma Bailey. Man, nice job there.
And good job there for the forechecking of the River Rats, not allowing that ball to get cleared out, just put the pressure right back on Bailey, just like this shot. And wow, that was inches away from finding the cage.
Well, and that ball stayed reasonably low, but it was bouncing. So the fact that she stayed with it, didn't necessarily go for that just foot kick where
That
it could have
short
jumped
hop.
over her. Exactly.
She counted
right.
on it.
Yep. Yeah, just like a shortstop.
And see from a different angle here coming in, and this shot, man, I mean, just the quick reaction of Bailey, and that's different than what we've seen before. Sometimes she comes out and just cuts off the angle.
And, you know, something else worth mentioning about Bailey, you saw her go down to make that save. She probably didn't need to go down, but I think that she recognized that with her body being lower to the ground, it takes up that much more space just in case. A better safe than sorry dive down.
And you can see right after she goes down, Nick, she's pouncing right back up on her feet. Great athletic ability.
Also not easy with all that gear on.
Exactly.
It would take me a solid 90 seconds to get off the ground
Can
with
I get
all
a
that
hand?
gear. Exactly right. Help me out, right.
That is a ton of equipment on her. Look at that. I mean, I'd have all that padding as well, too, if I had that ball coming at me as well.
Oh, yeah. If you've never been on the wrong end of one of those balls, they are serious business. I mean, you can even hear it coming in off those cameras when the stick gets it just right.
Sounds like a pitcher hitting the catcher's mitt.
Yep. Still nothing. Second quarter here down at Riverbank Stadium. 9:34 to go in the half.
Both teams playing pretty clean so far. We hadn't had any penalties that opened up a real good scoring shot, too. So that's why I'm saying real defensive minded from both squads.
And there's one of your key defenders for the Rats. Once again, Sophie Lee playing up to her midfielders. And now the River Rats hoping to get something started again. Yakubova there jumped over her stick, but she continues to be a pest down along the goal line.
And that number 2, was that Morel, she's getting off too, dropping back in that. And you were mentioning the defense, that defensive line for the Eagles. They are fast.
Yeah, I mean, and as you're saying that, we're watching it happen. They're doing a great job of closing the gap on those Huron offensive players. Eagles, as we've seen a few times, pushing up forward, but those River Rat defenders only give so much before they can close the ranks.
That was Lee again there getting the penalty for the Rats. Oh, look at that steal. Just took the ball right off the stick. That was a great job there by number 4. Who's that, Sophom? Oh, man. I love the way she came up, and she faced the offensive player. Look at this. Watch her. She just bounds down and just takes that right off of the stick of number 14. Great job there. Ochoa's been doing very well, too.
Oh, I mean, Rocha's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that she's one of their main stick handlers. She's going to make things happen for that offense. Another out front, but no go for the River Rats. That ball came across, probably past 90% of the players on the field, and nobody was there to get out in front of the cage.
I think that's Lacey Dope. And Lacey, oh my goodness, she's just a second behind on that. And it's just, man, could she have it one more time?
Yeah, Delp's gonna see that one in her dreams tonight. She's gonna lay down to bed or be sitting in math class tomorrow, and all she's gonna see is that yellow ball right out in front of her.
Maybe we could take a look at it again. This is gonna be the first corner coming up, but if we look at it again, maybe it bounced.
Oh,
The ball bounced and she just whipped at it coming in. And let's see, we just missed that. That was a penalty coming up. We'll see it after this corner coming.
Set play, but I believe we might have a timeout or a substitution coming in. And there we got the Rats with their set play. All of those Eagles piled into the net. They'll break free as soon as that ball is touched. Trying to see who the River Rat player is who's going to get this one started. Tough to see that number down there. Sends it out right to the middle. Eagles jump out. One pass along for the Rats. Yakubova now comes up with it. But once again, these Eagles and their defense playing the positions correctly in the right spots.
Yeah, and that's a Choa, I believe, dropping back down as she takes her mask off and throws it back out of the way. But that was a great job of coming back in and just the only real scoring opportunity for the River Rats. Good initial pass coming in, but as the pass comes in, it just gets to a scrum. And, that's that bounce. It didn't bounce.
Play, yeah,
that ball was just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, a little bit ahead, and I think Delp's stick got caught up a little bit on the turf.
On the turf,
yeah,
because if she went backside on it, that's an easy just shove in.
That's a great call. Yeah, I think you're right. Yakubova there playing some defense. We've seen her all over the field, and now we'll see her off the field. She's going to go take a quick breather. Substitution in for the Rats. Kim playing it strong, and now we got somebody up for the Eagles here, going in deep. Another Eagles opportunity, started by Emerson Alipa, but pulled away by, I believe, was that Kim?
I think so, number 15. That was Cho.
There's Delp back at it again. Caitlin Carey ends up with this one. She's going to cross midfield and send that up to one of her forwards, Molly Jenkins.
Good job on the defense by the River Rats. They're really manning up, and now this is the defender coming in and acting like she's going to be a forward.
Well, she's got a full head of steam, the proverbial full head of steam. She goes backhand, tries to get that one, but popped that one up in the air, and we've got a whistle.
Yeah, even from the entire field going up, and that's Kate Huntziger, but and look at her all the way up, and like you said, she got her head down and she was determined, and that ball just a bit off of her stick. Nice pass.
Really nice hard shot. Sent in with a purpose.
These officials are getting a little...
They're getting a little whistly.
Yeah,
a little whistly. Yeah, we thought they were really going to let them play after we saw a full-on body check in that first quarter, but
and nothing.
Bailey leaves that one go
smartly. And that's where an experienced keeper knows that I don't have to exert all of my energy. This one's out. Let's just take our time, set our team, and hopefully we can get this down, because Skyline has had some good, I would say transition breaks, but they're not really possessing the ball. And you mentioned it, that passing is coming back to haunt them again, because the River Rats are getting sticks in those passing zones.
Right. It seems like they're making some solid passes defense to mid, and from mid to those forward spots, they're either not hitting the players or just going back to that whole, I'm going to just spank it, send it up there and see what happens. Yeah, we've seen a lot more offensive opportunities for the Rats here in this quarter.
And I think it was a flip. It was flipped in the first, because it seemed like Skyline was in the Huron zone the entire first period.
Yeah, I wonder if between quarters they stopped things and said, like, hey, these are the passing lanes that they're looking for. Our midfielders need to step up, or our defenders really need to get in there and call these passes out.
You know, and after playing each other so recently, it's like both teams know each other's strengths and weaknesses because they're going after each other.
Maeve Kilbride, again, she's got a player to her left, but 2 players in front of her. Couldn't get around number 24. That's Ye, I believe. Carolyn Ye, yep.
Yeah, and that was a great job from Ye, from just allowing it to come. She had the action come to her, didn't have to come out.
Eagles are trying to work that ball around. Nice aggressive play by the Yakubova there. Yeah, got to get in around the benches. Shot up coming here by Cho.
It's just a lot of back and forth action. No one's really taking control of the match. You know, I mean, if this is a teeter-totter, we're sitting at even.
Perfect balance, right? Perfect balance. River Rats there, sends that one in hard, but was that Bailey that got her stick on that, or if it was one of her defenders? But that ball came in like a rocket, hit something, and bounced out with equal force.
I believe this is Freeth coming in, and it does look like Bailey gets her foot on it, and Clara Freeth can't believe that because that was a strong shot.
Well, what's I'm curious what her shoe situation is like. Is she just rocking like normal kicks down there? Because the way that's coming off her feet, she should have like some steel toes down there.
And the way she plays it off of her feet, she plays it well. She doesn't put her body down and get out of the way. Just look at that.
Is she allowed to wear Doc Martens? What's going on there? Yeah, she does have almost armor around her feet.
I thought they were just Crocs that didn't have holes on.
Still nothing, thanks to Karma Bailey. Only 26 seconds to go. I just looked up at the board, and man, another pretty quick quarter. 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Still no scoring, but plenty of back and forth action. There's a big whack moving forward.
And again, they're passing. That pass is just a little bit out of the way there, a little bit too far. And it gave the River Rat, and there's a little bit more action, but the River Rat defender give them the opportunity to come up.
And there'll be plenty more opportunities after this halftime break. Stick around with CTN Sports Game of the Week.
At the half, our score is Skyline 0, Huron 0.
Hi, I'm Mitch with CTN. Did you know CTN is available on both Android and iOS platforms for free?
That's right. You can find us on the Cablecast app. Just look up CTN and all your favorite local programs are right at your fingertips. But that's not all. CTN is also on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. If this is for you, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Then navigate to the About tab for instructions on how to set it up on your device. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch our live meetings and all of our CTN-produced programs at youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. So come watch CTN, where we aim to connect, create, and communicate.
The Ann Arbor Farmers Market, located at 315 Detroit Street, proudly brings fresh produce, beverages, artisan items, and more to the community all year. Our 105-year-old market is producer only, featuring 125 vendors from Michigan. At market, you will find seasonal fruit and vegetables, mushrooms, herbs, farm fresh eggs, flowers, plants, honey, coffee, jewelry, art, and so much more. Market tokens for credit, debit, mobile pay, and double up food bucks can be purchased at our market office trailer. The market is open year-round, from 7 to 3 on Wednesdays and Saturdays through December. Between January and April, it will be open on Saturdays only, from 8 to 3. Learn more about the long and unique history of our market at a2gov.org/market.
Welcome back, everybody, to CTN Sports Game of the Week. Nick Wisniewski still here with Kevin Bryant, talking about all things field hockey right now. Kevin, scores there.
Oh,
I
don't. If anybody's watched some of our broadcasts before, Nick has a special nickname. And he mentioned certain things that he's earned a nickname. And when we went to break at the end of that first quarter, can you repeat what you said, sir?
I maintain goals will be scored. I'm not backing away from this. I'm not backing away from the Jinx nickname either. It's well documented.
Earned.
But yes. But I am sticking to my guns that goals will be scored. We've still got 30 minutes, two 15-minute quarters, and goals will be scored. However, both of these goaltenders are doing their darndest to make me look foolish.
I mean, and you know what? Both teams, like we said, they've played each other so recently, they know each other. And I think that's what we're seeing here this evening is both teams, they did the feeling out period when they played last week over at Skyline. And right now, the Eagles are playing very good defense because the River Rats offense was in gear last week.
Well, and the Rats had a little bit of a slow start to this one offensively, but that second quarter, it seemed like they figured it out and had some real opportunities. Not that the Eagles didn't either. I mean, that first quarter, it was a lot of Eagles, but they still had a couple of chances down there last quarter.
Yeah, for Lane Hester, I mean, between her and Bailey, Karma Bailey in the nets, they've been doing a great job. But they're also would love to say that their defenders in front of them have been helping out as well too. A couple whiffs on certain shots, but hey, a lot of defense is being played out here this evening.
Yeah, I feel like both goaltenders / defenses have been saved by one or two missed opportunities by the other team's attackers. But that's the thing that's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. That ball, when it hits the turf, it might bounce a little bit funky.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the humidity on that one. Now I can finally come back and come full circle with that it's a humidity thing.
It's holding the ball up a little bit. I see what you're saying.
Yep. That was number 4, the Southam coming down there. River Rats moving left to right on your television or YouTube screen. Eagles on D now. Set pass in.
Nice pass.
That was almost a really slick
offsides.
play trying to send that one into the corner. Southam, I think Southam maybe either got her stick down before she needed to or just didn't let that one go.
Wow.
Whiff a Rooney there, but that's okay. That's a good play, actually. That turns out nicely for the Eagles.
Comes in.
Yeah.
Watch this. It just came in so fast, and I'm not sure the penalty there because sometimes if you catch it on the backside of your stick, it's a penalty. So it might have touched her backside of her cross before she turned it around. But, man, good thought process by the River Rats. And like you were just saying, they turned that offense up in the second period, and it looks like it's flowing over here to the third.
Yeah, I really like that bang-bang play. The not quite give and go, but the two quick, rapid succession passes nearly opened up a big opportunity for the River Rats early on here in this third quarter.
Oh, great save there by keeping the ball in the field of play there. I believe that was Freeth again.
Rats continue to hold possession, send that one again. Southam there.
That's right up to our cameraman.
That's right up down by Mike Koski down there. Close enough to grab it.
He doesn't want to play anymore.
No.
No, he's retired.
He hung his stick up. Another big swing and semi-miss hit there by Ava Hagen. That's 2 out of her last 3 opportunities there. There's a Rocha. That one pops up and hits Yakubova there. Ava Hagen upcoming shot. We'll see if she goes for the big swing like we've seen from the last few shots.
Well, the last time she just missed everything. And look at Delp right there. She knows exactly where she was going. And see, that, I think, is a good job by the Huron defense, causing that errant pass. And now it gives the Huron time to set their entire defense. Look at it taking it. Man, there's a little Chester right there, right?
Yeah, you don't really want to see that ball bounce up coming towards your grill that way. Yakubova, though, fearlessly stays in front of it, plays it off her body.
Great rush there to the net there, and I think that again was Southam. No, that was Freeth on this one, if we can see that replay. And as she comes in, the pass just was a little bit long here, backhanded, and then she's coming in for the shot, and right there, that pass on the doorstep was just missed there. And that was Delp again. We've seen Delp miss a couple.
That was a great job making that play right up the middle, splitting defenders and then making something happen. That one plays off of Hester.
Look at Kilbright. She's just got her head down and she's going back and forth with that rock.
Well, this is what you've got to do. You've got to work to try to make your own shot. That one kicks out to Hester.
Make your own shot.
Yeah.
Johnny on the spot. Good call.
Yep, Emerson to Nalipa there.
But yeah, Kilbright, when she took it all the way from the 40 all the way down, and then when she gets it inside, she's going back and forth and just rocking the defense as long as she's rocking that ball back and forth and then unleashing that shot backhanded.
Well, and getting that backhanded shot is one thing, but her fellow attackers need to shout out. If she's got two of those defenders in front of her, somebody's got to yell, "Hey, I'm open, give me something." Because while that shot was solid, maybe not as high quality as something that a fellow attacker could have gotten their stick on.
Something that we saw in our previous field hockey game is when Pioneer was handling the ball, they had their head up. You know, they saw where they were going so they could find a teammate. And that's what you're saying there with Kilbright needing to keep her head up or even the teammates to help her out.
Riverette's trying to
back there in the background there. She's all wrapped up. she's wrapped. She got the hat on tight there.
Maybe more of a fashion thing. Although it is starting to get chilly. Sun's definitely going down. Lights are on.
And we're seeing a lot more of these passes that the Huron has to really chop down. You're going cross field, 20-yard passes, and they're not finding anyone.
Hagen there finally gets
her driver?
full shot on that one. Yeah, one of the old school ones. That's like your Callaway Big Bertha old school shot. Yakubova now recovers. Player to her right. Nice move going into the center. Stopped dead in her tracks, though, and now the Eagles send this one up, and they'll have a chance to get something going in transition.
Yeah, Howard back there on that stop. Between Howard, Hagen, and I believe that is Hannah on the other side. The defense for the Eagles in front of Bailey is strong. And mark that's Morrell, number 2. Maddie Morrell on the far side from us.
And Nalipa and Kilbride still trying to get things going for the Eagles.
Right.
Hagen, another big banging shot off of her stick. She's got a powerful shot.
She's got to put some extra tape on that stick. Man. She's got some dents on that stuff.
Might as well get your money's worth out of it. There's a solid move going inside out, Nalipa.
Nalipa's quick on her feet, and she does a great job of unleashing shots. It's unfortunate she hasn't found it home yet.
There's Kilbride with
You're on
another
save by
shot
Lady
right out
Hester.
in front of Hester.
This might lead to a corner for the Eagles, and not sure if they've had one yet, have they?
One of those set plays? I do not believe so. That's an unofficial announcement, but I do not believe they've had a set play.
Oh, they did call that a corner, okay.
No, that was just free shot advantage for the Eagles. Caitlin Carey brings this one in, runs into a whole bunch of River Rats, though. Rats now with their advantage shot. Nice job playing that one off a high stick.
And shoving it up. Rats really could have an opportunity here. Good move.
Jakubova there trying to make something happen. Runs into 4 Eagles. Where did all those Eagles come from? It looked like the Rats were just off and running. And then there was 3 Eagle defenders. And now, as we've seen so much so far this game, playing it nicely off transition. Back and forth, back and forth. Southam now.
And she did a great job of taking that ball right off her chest and then coming right upfield. And as we saw in that first period, just a lot of defense in the midfield area.
Addison Peabody now tried to bring that one up the left side. Yeah, and then again, I'm the first person that does not want to be playing that ball off of any part of my body.
Nah.
Shoe,
this
arm,
weather.
no, exactly. Blasting forward, and there we're gonna have a whistle and a big opportunity upcoming for the
Skyline
Eagles
corner.
here.
And who was that? Was that Clara Freeth? No, I think that was Cho.
That was Cho,
Natalie
big bump on Cho.
Yeah, and it looked like Cho actually just lost her. She didn't fall on purpose, is what I'm trying to get at.
No, nothing.
Just-
I don't
she
think that
lost
was
her
malicious.
balance, really.
I think you're right. I don't think that was overly malicious. I don't think that was an overly aggressive play. But nonetheless, as you're moving forward, you're not going to get away with knocking down the other player.
And this will be the corner as the Rats put on their gear down there, right? It doesn't look like
Just
they're
tying
putting
the
on-
shoe to slow things up a bit.
Yeah, they're not putting on the helmets there either, so I guess that's going to be from the.
We've got somebody sprinting in off the top of the.
Are
What's
they?
she
Are
got?
they don't
This is a
have the
hero.
masks?
Oh, they don't have the masks. There we go. So that probably answers the question. They had definitely
looking
not
for
had a
him.
sun
They were
play
looking for him.
because there were no masks. And that is a hero. If I'm about to go just full bore out towards one of these balls and I don't have a mask on, thank you for bringing that in, whoever you are. You hero.
Yeah, the hero's running back towards the bench, and that's probably one of the younger players because that's usually what happens. Is hey,
Oh yeah. But yeah, she was on her horse. She got him there, toting those things in there, and now back. And now we're gonna get going here with the Eagles. Number 6 starting it off, Caitlin Carey sends that one out to the middle. Nice job receiving that. Hard shot goes in, kicked away by Hester. Not entirely out though.
yeah, and that wasn't a strong shot.
Lady Hester.
But you know, again, it's that defense from the Riverettes up front that are really just pestering and just being a gnat to the Skyline, attackers.
Ava Hagen one more time, just playing stout defense, going up there.
And just for this one play, you got it. It's a good trigger. But watch this Huron defense come in right there. That's one, and it took all the steam off of the shot.
It took all the steam off the shot, and I feel like Nalipo just waited a little too long to take that shot. Maybe instead of the big wind-up shot, she goes for a wrister. Maybe you get a little bounce. Maybe you get a little
Just
redirection.
gave the defender so much more time to get that stick in the way.
Also worth pointing out, this is all conjecture from somebody who's literally never played the game. So for me, maybe she does know what she's doing. Maybe she is on the right track.
Hey, you don't need to play to say.
That's right. That's
And you do a good job of saying. So
Oh, thank you. Eagle defenders, nice job getting that one up. Oh, nice play there. Gabby Arocha lost that one. Number 5, Hunsaker on that one.
that's why you're a captain, right? I mean,
Huron
Hunsaker just
corner.
took that ball right up off of, I believe that was 14, Arocha. And now it's going to be a corner for the Riverettes. And this is something that the Rats, I'm anxious to see what type of play they are going to come out here with, because last time they really didn't get a ball or a shot on Bailey.
Kate Hunsaker to insert.
I'm curious to see if we'll be seeing if Lacey Delp with an opportunity again, or see Southam there in the middle. Getting ready to start it out. Those Eagles all piled in there. Sent out to the middle. That's Ye.
Oh, good
Ye
play.
back into the corner. Smart move there. Tries to get it back out front. Whiffs on it a bit. And those Eagle defenders, one more time, positioned perfectly.
Yeah, and again, you go and you look at Howard coming back in there, Morrell coming back in there, 40 Hagen coming in. They just did a good job of marking their man. But again, you can take a look at this one. It's a good play, a good setup. And coming back down, I thought that pass there, it really caused some issues for Huron because they had two people in front of the net that they could have done some damage with.
Yeah, this is a great job by those Eagle defenders. That one high, wide.
Well, that got the entire team excited for the Eagles. They all jumped down there and was giving dap to Bailey. Watch Bailey here. Now, talking about eyeballing the shot, I mean, sometimes she takes her time. She went all out for that one, Nick.
Yeah, you can see her dive and knock that one down.
Even the reaction, though. The reaction after was just as good as a save.
Teammates loved it.
Oh, man, they all just corralled around her, just hey, nice job.
And I wonder if that might be the thing to give a little extra shot in the arm for the Eagles offense here now. 1:22 to go here in this third quarter.
And watch this. Watch after the shot here coming in. And it's a great job by Bailey just extending herself. But then after the play, and you can see the teammates. Teammates is like, yeah. I mean, that's the most excitement we've seen the entire match.
Well, and that might be a game-saving play. It's still 0-0. Still nobody put one in the net, despite my prognostications. So yeah, Bailey's just keeping them in this, as we've seen so many times. And here's an opportunity coming up here now for Addison Peabody. She rolls in, and that one gets poked through the middle. Maeve Kilbride kept that one alive right out in front of Hester.
And Peabody had just a beeline going into the net. And one of the, we've said this time and time again, one of the Huron defenders, wow, that was hit the head. But once this Huron defender comes in and just lays a stick right there on the play. That was 24.
That was yay. Nice job. The backhand, just almost the backhand poke check right there. Nice play. And only 17 seconds to go now here in this third quarter. Maybe one last opportunity here for the Rats as they push forward. Yakubova there just swallowed up by that Eagle defense, though. Eagles are going to skate that one off to the side, and there is the buzzer for the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go. Back and forth action. You never know what you're going to get on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
At the end of 3, our score is Skyline 0, Huron 0.
Hello, my name is Andre Anderson, and I'm the police chief of the Ann Arbor Police Department. You know, each year, millions of sports fans transverse to our city to watch football. We want to be your place of destination. Thank you for being here, and thanks for being part of a winning culture.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Patrick McGuire. Are you looking for great drinks and a cold beverage? The Main Street Social District is a great place to explore our downtown area while enjoying an alcoholic beverage. There's also lots of great tailgates in the stadium area. Just remember, outside of the Social District, open alcohol is prohibited on public streets and sidewalks.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Jason Forsberg. From where to park to how to get around on game day, we've made it easy. Here's a QR code to help you navigate the city and provide helpful information as you travel to and from Michigan Stadium.
And welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action getting ready here from Riverbank Stadium. Still no score, still nothing been put in, but not for the lack of efforts of both of these offenses.
Yeah, and I think both of them, I think both teams, they got some pent-up aggression here because they're throwing these passes and they need to shorten them up. They need to shorten them up and find somebody as opposed to just letting out these haymaker punches on the ball. You'll find somebody, maybe make a little bit a smaller hack at that ball, I would say.
Well, and it's
and there I'm saying it is again.
That was just a massive. But I think that's what we've come to expect from Ava Hagen. That's her game right there. She goes up and goes full Happy Gilmore on that thing.
And at the end of that last period, you could see the energy from that save from Bailey. It's carried over. It carried over into the intermission in between, and you could see both sidelines. Huron sideline was stoic. And then it was so much excitement going on over on the Eagles sideline. And that first play, it's out here on the field.
Well, and you called it. I wasn't even paying attention to it, but Karma Bailey led her team back out onto the field between quarters. Full sprint,
yeah.
Exactly, like she was coming out of the tunnel.
With all that gear on.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. I got all the gear on. Nobody else has all this gear on. I'm going to run out. That's what leaders do.
That's right. That's right. All the gear on, the Transformer shoes or whatever she's got going on down there, and she was just sprinting out to her net. It was pretty fun. Here's Ava Hagen getting ready to set up another one. They're going to give her a solid 10 yards, and I don't blame them either. That one's moving, but she's quickly swallowed up by several river rats, and now the rats are going to try to turn this one around in transition.
And see, this is where I'm saying that play there, I love the way that you're trying to trigger fast before the defense sets, but the offense isn't set either.
Yeah, it just turns into ping pong down there.
That's it.
Ping pong, pinball, whatever you want to call it.
I used to love ping pong.
Who doesn't? I still do.
Come on now.
Blast there. Who was that? That was Hansiker.
Great job there by, who is that? 6 carry, getting her feet out of the way of one of those haymakers from Hagen. There's Carey now trying to set it up.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the offense start from Caitlin Carey, and she plays that one back to Hagen. And there was a little bit of an uncharacteristic low shot, and I really like what I'm seeing from the Eagles now. Very fundamentally sound, getting extra low to just sail these passes from one player to another. I wish I would have seen a little bit more of this in that first quarter.
You know, what I'm seeing, Nick, is what I'm actually not seeing. I'm hearing a lot more communication going on down here on the field. You were saying it earlier in the match. You know, talk to your players, and now you can hear it.
Maeve Kilbride now working around the outside, loses her footing. And that'll be that for the Eagles. The Rats will come back out and start this one on their side.
Both teams have good energy coming out to start this fourth period.
Yeah, that says a lot about the conditioning of both of these teams because, as we've said, these benches are not long. We've seen very few
subs.
Yeah, exactly right. Yakubova sends that one back to her midfielders. Jumps over the stick of Maddie Clark.
And that was an opportunity where the pass was thrown to where the player was going as to where the player was at.
Yeah, and that's the key with so many sports like this is trying to be on the right page with that person you're sending to. Now Uma Rao, she's got an open look, sends it into the middle. Kilbride, and that one goes in. Goal for the Eagles, Maeve Kilbride.
I was wondering what the pass was for, and now I know. I mean, that was a perfect pass, and Kilbright just unleashed a huge shot for the goal and the lead. Watch this pass right on. Whoa! And Kilbright, it looked like almost a hop, and she caught it in the air. If we show that again on the she set it.
She slowed it down.
She set it, and then she just let it unleash, man. That was a great job.
Yeah, she did a great job of setting herself up for that because she could have just one-timed it, but the fact that she received that pass smoothly, sent it over to herself, and then sent that one in, that deserves the big high five. Maeve Kilbride right there.
And you can see on this timeout, look at that. You can see Bailey running in, and you can see the Huron keeper walking towards the bench, a little dejected after that goal. But, I mean, no one can be dejected while they're looking at us on all our social media.
Oh, how can you be? Checking us out on YouTube, like and subscribe, as we always say. But so many, I mean, the archives of what's going on here with Game of the Week, you can go back years and years and find everything you could possibly want as far as Ann Arbor High School sports.
And you can actually call in and request. People don't know that. They can call in and request a game that they want to watch too as well.
Or just keep us in mind for the rest of this fall season.
Oh,
from here on out, we've got
boy.
Football Friday every week for the next 3 weeks. Dexter,
it's
Pioneer, Skyline, Huron, Pioneer. That's just all purple. Get your purple out.
Hey, man, don't say that to me. But the thing that I like, football. Hey, you right here, you might be able to play some football because Karma Bailey's been everywhere. I mean, I put her in the backfield right now, the way she moves with her feet.
The way that she plays, she could play any sport, I would say right now.
Yeah, she's got
great
athletic
footwork.
ability.
Exactly right. And just she seems like she's got that motor that never stops. You like that player that's always going.
And you really think it was that energy from Bailey's save at the end of the third that carried over to the fourth that really propelled the energy we're seeing right now from these Eagles. I mean, that's the leadership that Bailey has brought to the table for Coach Fulkerson tonight.
10:19 to go here in this one from Riverbank Stadium, campus of Ann Arbor Huron High School. And now the Eagles going to be trying to protect this 1-goal lead. Can't be satisfied up 1 though. Even though you've got that great goaltender, your defense has played really, really strong. You really want to keep going. What they've done offensively this quarter has been a nice step up. The passing has been crisp. So you want to keep that going, keep that momentum going.
Yeah, and I want to say it's actually that body language. If you watch it on TV, you could see it. It just looks like there's an extra step or extra pep in the step from the Eagles right now. And it's not just because of that lead, because we saw that before they took the lead.
Yeah, they're definitely winning the war of who wants it more right now.
And that's tough, right? Monday, overcast. It's second day of fall. It's tough.
I think you said it with Monday. Monday. Yep. But yeah, it's definitely something you get through the school day. You're looking forward to this. You're looking forward to seeing your crosstown rival, trying to get back a little bit, a little revenge from a few days ago. Yeah, that'll motivate you. That'll get you there.
I wonder what was said during that third, fourth period huddle for the Eagles. I mean, because they came out and they were on fire.
River Rats now trying to work this one out around the perimeter.
And the Eagles are just sagging their D, right?
Just continuing to be ball hawks and go in there. Caitlin Carey now sends that one over to Hagens. Might be in store for a blast here. Backhander gets it past 2 of the River Rats. And Hagen again plays it off to her right. Maybe trying to draw a few defenders in before she sends it away.
Well, actually, this is the time, too, where you can play with the ball because you got the lead. That clock is just going to continue to move. So it's up to Huron to take the ball away to try to get the energy and the momentum away from these Eagles.
This one's set into the quarter. Peabody going in for that, and that might open up another chance here for the Eagles. Rolling that one around, but nicely played. Peabody sticks with it, though. Shot/pass sent into the middle, but intercepted pretty easily, pretty smoothly by the Rats there.
Yeah, and Peabody on the assist on the goal before. So, and again, she's looking up to pass that ball.
Yeah, that angle as a righty, not the best.
And this is the one there she said, I'm going to take it in my own hands. But good job there from the Rats from the backhanded stop.
Well, you can see those River Rat defenders. They were stacked. They were ready for any pass for sure. And again, not the best angle for Peabody to take that shot. 7:02 to go now in this fourth quarter.
Got a man.
Now the River Rats coming up the right side. Yakubova sprinting up the middle. Yakubova was coming up the middle, but I just feel like she needed to be yelling for it, right? Like I didn't hear anything. I know we're a ways away, but that seems to be the type of play where you should be screaming to get the ball to me. Hagen ping-pongs that one through. Just muscles through several players. And this one will continue to be advantage Eagles. Caitlin Carey sends up left to Peabody, hops over Peabody's sticks. Sophie Lee comes down with that one. Back and forth action here on CTN's Game of the Week. Thank you everybody for tuning in and joining us for this one.
Kind of looks like a little bit of some tiredness setting in, fatigue for the Riverettes.
The crispness definitely isn't quite there the way it was in that second quarter. Whereas the Eagles now, they seem to smell blood in the water, and they're pushing forward with a lot of momentum. I thought I heard a whistle, but apparently not.
That was a high stick too.
Maybe they'll call. Maybe they'll say that was advantage Rats.
They didn't want to stop
moving.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, for somebody never played the sport, you know what you're talking about.
I've watched a game or two. Don't get me wrong. This isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah, but you're right. I did hear a quick whistle, and then they just allowed that play to continue.
Yeah, it sounded like it, at least from up here, but who knows?
And that stick came up pretty high, but then Huron, the play just continued up the field. Again, you were mentioning the play before that, Nick, how the Huron defenders, there's 2 or 3 of them stacked in front of the Eagles. They're doing a good job of stopping that ball with their cross as well.
Eagles now send that one in. Yeah, I think, like you said, the non-crispness of what the Rats are going through right now is definitely showing through. You know, they throughout the first half and most of the third quarter as well, they were making really good, crisp passes to one another, and that is just not happening. And maybe we need to give a little more credit to the Eagles and their defense too, though.
Exactly, and you see Coach Fulkerson right there in the background. She may have said something in that huddle when they came out before that beginning of the fourth period, because a lot of you can just see the body language change and the excitement level, even when the score was still donuts on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'd be super curious to know what she said, because they came out their hair on fire in this fourth quarter, and they played great.
And that's when you saw Karma Bailey just sprinting towards the net. You know, I mean, everything seemed to work out well at the beginning of this fourth period for the Eagles.
The River Rats refuse to give up, but these Eagle defenders, great job staying with it, knocking the ball away.
Yeah, it's Howard there, close to the net, number 1, and she just put her cross right down. And now it's protection time. And if you're the River Rats, you got to go all out. I mean, this is the time where you got to start peppering the net.
Well, and as you say that, I think we're starting to see it. Well, there's only really 2 River Rat defenders back all the way. Everybody else playing up, trying to push forward and try to win in transition. But this is the other end of how that's going to work out for you, is the chance for a big breakaway, which the Eagles were pushing for there, and now advantage Eagles. 3:10 to go.
Kilbright's already found the back of the net, and I'd be surprised if she didn't unleash another shot. She was gearing up for that before that whistle.
Well, and like you said, at this point, there's no problem with just dinking around and playing with it a little bit and waiting for the perfect opportunity, because you've got the lead and it's way down in your end. And that one sends in. I think that one caught almost everybody off guard, even Hester a little bit.
Yeah, the way Kilbright was playing that ball, she was taking her time with it, and then, like you said, the clock is still moving. The clock is not the friend of the River Rats, but then after all of that, she almost surprised Lainey Hester in that net.
I mean, that went through nearly every player on both sides of the team, both teams. You know who that didn't surprise, though, Kev?
Who's that, man?
All of the people that make this broadcast possible, all of our camera guys, and then as this one comes through, right out in front, Rats with an opportunity, and that one scoots by, and that will be back to the Eagles' advantage. 2:10 to go. I was trying to say nice things about all our camera guys, right?
You can tell them.
All of our camera guys down there. Got Ken Simpson, Mike Koski, and Katsumi Tim Nagai. In the truck tonight, we've got on audio Mike Davis. Rich Mitch Mazer is doing replay, and of course Rob the Boss Cross down there calling everything, getting everything to look just so scintillatingly good here on CTN Sports Game of the Week. I am Nick the Jinx Wisniewski. Not so jinxy tonight, I'm happy to say.
You got goals.
Next to Kevin Bryant, and here comes a set piece for the
huge.
River Rats. Massive opportunity with only 2:11 to go. Eagles come blasting out. High shot bouncing almost over the head of Karma Bailey.
Well, I'm glad Kilbride had that headgear on. Wow, she needed it. That ball came out hard, and it flew right by her head.
Eye level.
Look at this. I mean, whoop.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to see come racing at your right between your eyes.
And maybe just a little bit too much on that as the follow-through came through away from the net.
Now that over-aggressive River Rat defense. But a nice job by those two, right? And here comes a set piece for the
huge.
River Rats. Massive opportunity with only 2:11 to go. Eagles come blasting out. High shot bouncing almost over the head of Karma Bailey.
Well, I'm glad Kilbride had that headgear on. Wow, she needed it. That ball came out hard, and it flew right by her head.
Eye level.
Look at this. I mean, whoop.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to see come racing at your right between your eyes.
And maybe just a little bit too much on that as the follow-through came through away from the net.
Now that over-aggressive River Rat defense. But a nice job by those two back players. Sophie Lee, one of them back there.
This might be the last opportunity, Rats.
Only 1:20 to go. That one scoots in wide of the net. They're going to say that this will be a free shot for the Eagles.
For the Rats. Now, this is going to be huge. I mean, this could really tie things up here with this final. I mean, Huron desperately needs this right now. To get back in this match, to tie things up, final moments, they put themselves in the right position. Oh, actually, this is it was going over to the Eagles. It was looking like it was going to be a setup for a free shot for the River Rats. So now, oh, look at the Pioneer. I mean, look at the Eagles still putting the pressure on the River Rats. And this is going to be a corner coming up for the Eagles. This actually might take us down towards the final seconds once they kick this into play. 36 on the clock. You know, Skyline trying to set their defense there. They're meeting up, making sure they mark their players. And actually the Eagles are talking about their offensive set as the River Rats put on their helmets in the net to come out for this. And that is triggered by Morel, number 2. Napila finds the goal. Oh, no, I thought that went in. It actually goes on the outside of the net. That was so close. And you can see the official, they're going to award another corner on this. I wonder what the foul was. Napala comes up, and she comes in and kicks a big whack at it right off the cross. And not sure what the penalty is, but it's definitely going to be a second opportunity for the Eagles. They set it. That's a quick shot in. Blocked out front by number 15. And that's going to get us down. That's probably going to pretty much do it for this match as we're at 5. Oh, look at that. Getting down. Great job by the Rats. And that will do it for this match as the Eagles get their second W on the year. And you can see this excitement. Everybody's is giving the joy to the keeper, Karma Bailey. That is outstanding. A great second half and really a great fourth period out of these Eagles. Both teams played a good match. It was really a defensive matchup going back and forth until that big save in the third period by Karma Bailey that carried the momentum for the Eagles over into the fourth. Eagles will come away with a 1-0 win. And we're going to take ourselves a quick break as Nick is making his way across the field to bestow our key player of the game. We'll be right back.
Pioneers now 28 seconds to go, still only down a bucket. Half-court offense just so electric in this gym right now. Both sides feeding off of each other. And there's Micah Powell for three, high, and that one rattles in. Are you kidding me? Thanks, Kev. Down here with Karma Bailey, senior goalkeeper, key player of the game. Easy to see why she got it. Explain to me the feeling you guys are going through right now.
We're really facing adversity with losing 14 seniors, so I'm trying my best to just keep us in the game, and today showed that I can persevere through anything.
You definitely did. You showed that, and it's easy for your teammates to draw off that energy from you. What was said to you, or what did you say to your teammates between the third and the fourth quarter? We saw you sprinting out to the cage between quarters.
It was 0-0, so I really wanted to put a goal in, and once Maeve scored, once she scored that goal, it's like it pumped me up a little bit, so yeah.
And tell me a little bit about your teammates, that all of you never gave up. You had those great defenders in front of you. How big is this win? After just coming off of a loss from these guys, how big is this win tonight?
This win makes me really proud because it shows that my team can really work and we can really show everybody that we can win, and this is Skyline Field Hockey.
Well put. Kev, back to you, man.
That was awesome, and I love the way that Karma you can see that she is a true leader, and she's not even done running. She's running back to get back with her players and her team. I mean, it's amazing the way that I love to see this happen on our CTN Sports Game of the Week. So for everyone that made this happen, especially Karma Bailey, we would like to thank you, and tune in again and see us next week for some Friday Night Lights. For Nick, I'm Kevin. We'll see you soon. Bye.